ready to roll. Welcome everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm really excited. In fact, I'm excited and a little bit nerve-wracking about the news that I'm going to bring to you today, because in all honesty, there have been times over the already short period where I felt that I was a little bit out of my comfort zone. So let me explain what I'm going to bring to you. So the last series we actually did was called Reactivity on the Road, and that was helping a dog to integrate into some of the most popular places that a lot of people want to go. And that was the last series we did. Now this next series is going to be a little bit trickier for me and for the dog that I'm working with. So to cut a long story short, I have an 18-month-old German Shepherd bitch here with me, who's quite highly strung, has perhaps had things her own way for a little while. She is heavily frustrated, quite anxious, and the reason she's with me is because it just got all too much for the family to deal with. They had a brand new baby, which I think now is about 3 months old, and the dog Dot started going for the woman owner and started guarding the baby, so it became quite a dangerous situation. And so I said that I'd take her on a temporary basis, and the whole aim of what I'm doing here is not only to rehab Dot and to help her through some of her issues, but to also find her that forever home through the process. So I would be super grateful if you are watching this and you think you might know somebody, or just generally give it a share for me. That would be most appreciated, because you'll be helping Dot to find that forever home. The more you interact with the videos and the more that you share, the more people that see it. So that's the first point that I wanted to make. When it comes to rehoming Dot, I will be looking for a particular type of person. The reason for this is she's a pretty serious dog, you know. As I said at the beginning, I have already had moments where I've been like, is this a little bit above my means, you know? That self-doubt was creeping in, and you know, she's bit me twice already. I'll go on to explain a little bit more about her issues shortly, but she has already bitten me, and that self-doubt just consumed me. So she is a serious dog, and I will be looking for a particular type of owner, preferably an enthusiast with dog training, who's gonna go on to do wonders with her, you know, to carry on her training and to give her the environment that she needs. I can provide that for her while she's with me, but sustaining that long term with my current 4 dogs is going to be tricky. So at the moment, I am sticking by the fact that I am not going to be a failed fosterer, and she is going to find another home somewhere else. With that, today I wanted to look at some of the things that we've been doing, and mostly at the minute we're on day 3 now, that she's been with me, so really super early days. And all we've done is management and relationship building. And management has and can have such a strong impact on the success that you have with your dog. It's worth mentioning that, like, management isn't your solution, but what it can really do is to help prevent problems from escalating, also keep you, the dog, and anyone else who's in your house safe. And when it came to the management with Dot, I was fortunate enough to be able to communicate with the previous owners and be like, what is she doing in this setting, and can she open doors, and what is her routine like, and I was able to gain a lot of information that way, which I believe has made this transition for her a lot more successful. And so yeah, it was important to know. So I just wanted to run through some of the things that we've been doing management wise. The first and foremost is Dot's come with a crate, and she's come with a lot of her own things with scent on it and her toys, things she's used to. So I set her up in the lounge, and I've put the crate in the corner. She doesn't particularly like the crate, and there are some issues that I'm going to have to work around with that, because as soon as you close the door, she's like full on barking, which can be a little bit off-putting when you're not used to that. But that aside, the crate is in there. She settles a hell of a lot better in that crate. I tried her out of the crate and just having free access to the lounge. She didn't cope with that at all. So we went back to the crate, and she will still bark if she hears like one of the dogs moving around, but on the whole, she'll settle, she'll sleep through the night, no issues whatsoever. I've also gone to the extra extent of putting locks on the doors. The reason for this is Dot can open doors, and you used to, didn't you? Yeah, you used to be able to open doors, but at 13 now, it's not that high on a priority list, and she's not able to, bless her. But locks on the doors. We've got baby gates in place. I've got 2 baby gates, one on Dot's door and one on the kitchen door. I'm actually going to move that second baby gate and put it above the original one. I'll explain why in another video, I think. But I've got a couple of baby gates. I've got toys all over the floor. Again, I'll explain more about this as we move through the series. No accessible food. I'm going to do a whole show on why this is, but to put it shortly, she's bitten me twice and she's got guarding issues around the food bowl. So no accessible food that she can reach and grab and steal, and I'm working through actually with another professional on the resource guarding, because that's a little bit above my station, so I want to make sure that I get that right, and I'll detail more of what we're learning and what we're doing on that in another show. And the usual harness and collars. She's in both of them when I take her out. I have her on a double-ended lead, so I have a clip on the collar and I have a clip on the harness, just in case one of them fails. She's a really strong dog and she's really pulley, so that's why I've got 2 points of connection on her. And then I've also got the long line, so I'm fortunate that I've got the field here, and I think that's what she's been missing, you know, going out, having a blast every day. She's 10 times better off the lead with things that she encounters than she is on it, but I've still got her on a lead with the long line because she is still quite reactive to people and to dogs, and to, she was looking at the traffic a bit funny this morning. She was like, oh yeah. So she's got quite a serious nature and a serious intent, so we just keep her on a long line. And to be honest, for the minute, we're just having fun. We're just building a relationship. It's all new for her. She has been anxious in places, not massively. Most of it's frustration, but that transition and that change has been strange for her, which for anybody can create anxieties and worries. So we're just focusing on relationship building, and having fun together, and just keeping everybody chilled and safe. Like, my guys, if you followed my story, you'll know that like 3 of my dogs have had issues. Sky's just been an angel throughout her whole 13 years, bless her. But my other dogs have struggled with reactivity and have had their own issues to contend with. And I must say, I've been really proud of them, you know, for every time that Dot barks. We've had a couple of woofs, but most of it has just been curiosity. And she can bark now and the dogs are like, oh, whatever. So I should probably do a show on them as well, shouldn't I? My little angles, yes, snoozing away. So that's episode 1. I really hope that you're going to subscribe to the channel, follow Dot's journey, help me in promoting her to the world so that we can find her that forever home. As I said, we're gonna need an enthusiast. I'm not going to repeat everything I've said, we've just already done that. I'm going to leave that there because my 5 minutes is now turning into 9. And if you've got anything that you want to see with Dot, fire it in the comments below, let me know, subscribe to the channel, and I guess with that I'll see you next week. I'm going to be doing 1 diary log every week, so tune in every Sunday night to watch the show and share with your friends. I'm gonna go.